Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of the monthly I Thought You Were Marxist Records interview show. I am your host Andrew, the founder of I Thought You Were Marxist Records, a net label specializing in anything and everything. So this is essentially just a promotional tool to expose you to different artists on our label, different albums on our label, and to get a bit of context for each album and each artist that we interview on this show. So, our first guest today is the Departed Skeletons. I introduced them pretty well in the interview itself, so I think I'm just gonna leave it to me from the past. But first, let's hear a song from the Departed Skeletons called Round Piggies.
Three, two, one. Round piggy, round the roundabout. Round piggy, there's no need to pout. Round piggy, when you have doubt, just run piggy, holding your snout.
Little piggy went to the shops, buying some Cocoa Pops. Sitting on a shelf, thinking to myself, crackles in his heart, but he begins to start to be round.
Round piggy, round the roundabout. Round piggy, there's no need to pout. Round piggy, when you have doubt, just run piggy, holding your snout.
Don't eat all your Cocoa Pops in a hurry. Don't eat it quick and drink your McFlurry.
No.
Don't be in a hurry.
Boom.
Just eat some curry and be
Round
round.
piggy, round the roundabout. Round piggy, there's no need to pout. Round piggy, when you have doubt, just run piggy, holding your snout.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first I Thought You Were a Marxist interview with one of our artists on the label. Today's interview is Alex and Eddie from the band The Departed Skeletons. In the summer of 2014...
Hello.
In the summer of 2014, they released an EP and an album. The EP, covers that are better than the originals, featuring covers like Ella Guru by Captain Beefheart and Motherfucker by Beck. And From the East of Zimbabwe to the West of Glasgow, Our Paths Will Meet Again is the name of their full-length album. And it's some wild shit. It's this kind of satirical, except not really satirical, kind of avant-garde thing. It's kind of like if Frank Zappa joined the Beatles and they all had an orgy and they had a baby whose name was Weird Al Yankovic. I mean, you gotta hear it to believe it. There's some really amazing stuff. Some of it isn't really to my liking, but some of it is, when they get it right, it's this pure genius. It's this great stuff. But anyway, here they are, Eddie and Alex. Introduce yourselves.
Yep. Oh, I'm Alex.
Hello.
Oh.
After you, mate.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm Alex, and in the band, vocalist, lyric writer, stuff like that.
I'm Eddie. He sort of, I guess you could say, is the main producer of the music that we make. Pretty much all content is created by me, recorded. Mainly, I am one of the writers of music. I do vocals and any instrument that's technologically, that's a word, produced, I play it. So that's my key role in this band.
And there's also Luke.
Yeah, Luke is not with us
we've
today.
got another member.
Is he not? Oh dear.
He's busy recording and thinking of other ideas for perhaps our second studio album
Yep.
that we're working on.
He's like
He's a busy bee.
yeah, he doesn't
But,
have time for press conferences, distract him from his work.
He's a busy man.
But yes, he is. He does vocals, he does piano,
Yeah.
and he's also one of the writers in the band as well. So he's a significant role, but sadly not with us at the moment.
Well, he is. I'm afraid he is departed from the from this interview. Yeah, I'm a genius. So let's start chronologically. How did the band start? How did you three meet?
Well, what happened was we've always been buddies, just chatted around and everything like that, and we've all had our own interest in music. A couple of years ago, I done pretty lo-fi stuff, even more lo-fi than anything that we've got on the albums that were made. It sounds very amateurish, but I may as well say I did release an album by myself, if you want to call it. I pretended to have a solo career. I was called Multicoloured Flashes. And the way I recorded was I had my own keyboard, and basically I had this very crap camera. I put the camera right on top of the keyboard speakers and would play like that. So anything I made would be really distorted.
I did the exact same thing when I was like,
great
10.
minds think alike.
Yeah, it sounded like complete and utter shit. Like it was. I don't know how what your camera sounded like, but the micro, because it wasn't a video camera. It was a picture camera with like a video function.
It wasn't even a microphone. And what happened most of the times is the camera would actually fall off the keyboard.
Yeah.
So I could only play about 10 seconds and it would just like fall off. And even better, my editing software was Windows Movie Maker.
Exactly, that's exactly what I did. We're the same person.
Yep.
But oh god, you're the American version of me. If there was an alternate universe, you would be me. Wow. What was crap about Windows Movie Maker, apart from not having the audio effects, was that you couldn't actually overdub a lot of stuff. So all I would do was save it, export it, and then have that as one file, and then put it in again, and then add another bit of music, and just keep doing that. So I'd eventually have like 15 overlays. It would take ages to make one song. I've got the video on private, which is on the full album, but I have got it on YouTube somewhere, and that's how my music interest happened. I'm sure Alex would talk to himself, but he had his own YouTube channel, and I'm sure you can tell him about your music that you made.
Yeah, well, I started, like he said, I usually just made YouTube videos, a couple of early things, like the band's original... The name of the band came from an original song of mine called Dear Departed Skeleton, and, well, I don't know, Eddie liked that and just thought it was cool and then put it in.
So we love skeletons, it's a good idea. And speaking for Luke, he plays the piano by himself, and, he doesn't, go out and try and find, he can make his own songs and think he's right. He's just a person who has some good ideas and is creative, just like us. But the idea I had was just, I like the idea of me making music, and eventually I got myself a Mac, so I moved up a bit in the editing studio world and had a garage band, so I could record stuff even better. And recently I've got myself a better microphone, so it's better sound quality. And when I had all that, I just wanted to put it together. But instead of trying to make a band to seek out and be popular and everything like that, I thought it would just be a good way, a piece of media which you could keep sort of reflecting the good times we had. Obviously a lot of our music's satirical, it's got a lot of humour in, and the reason for that is just because we want to try and enjoy making music. We wouldn't want to be around, getting irritated by each other, and just wanted to make stuff that we liked. So that's how the band started, really.
I wasn't really that into the music to begin with. There's a couple of things that Eddie's got where I'm not participating as much because I wasn't that bothered. I didn't know what he was trying to do as much. But then earlier this year, after I was away for a wee while, I got into it a bit more.
So that's basically the introduction. That's how the Departed Skeletons came about.